Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is a very special one. I am proud to say that I have passed all 4 sections of the CPA exams on my first try. I passed Audit in May, Reg in July, FAR and BEC in August. I thought about making a video last Wednesday, but I found out that I passed my last section, but I knew that there would be a lot of screaming and a lot of tears of joy. But let me tell you that it was one of the best feelings in the world. I was so happy that I made this little photo op. One of my Instagram friends posted something like this, so I wanted to do it too. I personally think it's a great idea and I think everybody should do it. I went to so many different stores looking for this big size balloons and I couldn't find it. So guess where I found it? Yes, on Amazon, because you can buy everything on Amazon. And if you don't have a helium tank or an air tank, don't worry. I found out a way to inflate the balloon using just a straw. Here, let me show you how. It comes in different colors too. There's pink, gold, silver, and blue. I'll put the link in the description down below so you can check them out. So, going back, I was never the smartest person in the class. In fact, when I posted on Facebook that I passed my last section, I got a lot of messages from my friends in high school. They were very proud of me, and I think it was because they didn't think I could do it. For me, hanging out with my friends in high school was more fun than doing homework. It wasn't until I was in college that I became serious in studying. And when I studied for my master's degree and taking accounting classes, I really thought that I would be so ready in taking the CPA exams. But that was not totally the case. The exams are designed in a way that makes you doubt yourself. It really does make you feel intimidated, overwhelmed, and a lot more. Regardless of how many hours you study and how much preparation you do, you would still come out of the exam not knowing if you passed it or not. The last 5 months for me had not been easy. I practically sacrificed the whole summer to get the exams over with, but it's definitely worth it. So I couldn't think of how I should share my journey, so I just asked my friends on Instagram, and I'm gonna tell you my story by answering some of their questions. And if you can think of other questions, please leave them in the comment down below. And if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Alright, let's do it! Okay, question number 1. How many hours a week in total hours did you study for each part? This is really a hard question to answer because it really depends on the day. I like to study in the morning, so I would wake up at around 4 or 4:30 in the morning and study for 3 to 4 hours straight before going to work. And on days where I didn't have to go to work, I would study for about 8 hours straight. I never studied at night, not once. I just feel like I am more productive in the morning. Question number 2. Congratulations, bro. Thank you. Please include in the video how you managed to stay focused. This is probably one of the most common questions among CPA candidates. Especially if you're waiting for a score release, it's almost impossible to focus and move on to your next section. And with so many different topics, especially for FAR, it's so hard to focus. That's why when I was studying for it, I researched for a way that could help me. And I found this UK-based company called Brainzyme. I plan on making a separate video talking about that. But it's basically a brain vitamin with all natural ingredients. So I would take it an hour before I start studying, and it's especially effective when I had a straight 4 to 5 hours of study time. It truly is amazing. I used it for my last 2 sections, FAR and BEC, and I wish I'd known about it earlier. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below, so feel free to check them out. It's definitely worth a try. Okay, next question. How everyone should prepare Becker's software to know that they are prepared enough to clear. So if this is your first or second section, I really suggest that you follow Becker's study plan. So watch the video lectures, do the skills practice, and do the multiple choice questions per chapter. As you do that, you'll realize what really works for you. On 3 out of 4 sections, I only covered less than 50% of Becker's materials, mainly because I skipped most, if not all, of the skills practice, and I skipped some of the lectures too. So just keep trying different study techniques until you find exactly what works for your learning style. Next question. What is next for you? Before I graduated last year, I accepted a full-time job at a large accounting firm. They asked me if I could start last January, but I really wanted to take some time off to visit my family and friends in the Philippines and to get the exams over with. So I'm super glad that my exams are behind me now, and I'm super excited to start my full-time job as an auditor in the next couple weeks. So that's what's next for me. Next question. How long were you out of school before taking the exam? I am 9 years out. So I didn't take the traditional accounting student route. I had a bachelor's degree in marine transportation, which is a completely different field. I graduated from college 10 years ago. I feel so old. And then I decided last year that I wanted to be a CPA. So I studied for my master's degree and took the required accounting classes to qualify to sit for the CPA exam. And the rest is history. And don't worry if you graduated from college 9, 10 years or 15 years ago. If there's a will, there's a way. I said in my motivational video, it's never too late and you're never too old to become a CPA. So if you haven't watched that, I'm gonna leave the description down below so you can check it out. Next question. Who is your favorite follower? Now, this question will get me in a lot of trouble. But let me just start by saying that I love my Instagram family. I created this account early this year for the purpose of documenting my journey and motivating people who are on the same journey. I did not expect that the account would grow the way it did. It reached so many people who I don't know personally, but who have been very supportive and who have been with me throughout this journey. They are the ones who completely understand how difficult it is to go through this process. They know the sacrifices and they know the amount of work that we put in just to get those 3 letters. I have made so many great friends, so I decided to keep my account and keep posting motivational stuff because I want to see you guys get through this process, and I'll be waiting for you at the finish line. So, to answer the question, my favorite follower is Deomar Jason. Next question. Now that you are done with your exam, guide us through the process of getting a license. So they don't really make it easy for someone to become a CPA. So after studying for months and months and taking the exams, you're not done yet. You still have to take the ethics exam. But from what I've heard, the ethics exam is really not that hard at all. So I'm definitely going to keep you posted and let you know the process for that. I think it's different in every state, so make sure that you check on the requirements for your state board and see if you are required to take the ethics exam too. So the next 2 questions are from 2 different people, but I'm going to answer them together because they're kind of related. The first one, it says, any advice for someone who's still in college wanting to become a CPA? And the next one, should we wait for a company to sponsor us to become a CPA or go ahead with our own expenditure? As far as preparing for the CPA exam while still in college, I strongly suggest that you pay attention to your intermediate accounting classes. So having a solid understanding of bonds, leases, journal entries, and stuff like that would definitely be handy. Try not to memorize everything. Make sure that you truly understand the topic. And do your best to get a job offer from an accounting firm before you graduate. The Big Four and most mid-sized firms pay for the review materials, which is definitely great. It's really a lot of money if you want to pay for it yourself. The exam fee per section is like $250. If you pass all 4 on your first try, then that's $1,000. And the review material, at least for Becker, is around $3,500. So yeah, it's an investment. So make sure that you do your best to land a job before you graduate or before taking the CPA exam, because it's very helpful. And if you don't get a job, then that's fine. I guess try to save some money so you can afford to pay for the review materials and take the CPA exam, because doors and windows of opportunities will open after you pass the CPA exam. So just do your best. Next question. Rank the Becker instructors from favorite to least. This is a tough one, but I'd say Peter Olinto, he's the man. Mike Potenza and Michael Brown, they're great in explaining the simulations. I've watched a lot of their Skills Masters videos, and Tim Garrity, he's great too. But the entire Becker team is amazing. I owe a lot to those guys. They played a big role in my success. Next question. What was your why that kept you motivated? Thank you and congrats. So everyone taking the exam must have a why. Why are you doing this? Why are you taking the exams? Why are you willing to sacrifice your time, your money, your effort to get those 3 letters? Is it for promotion? Is it for bonus? I'm doing this for my parents. My mom studied accounting when she was in college. She wanted to be a CPA, but because life was hard, she didn't graduate. My parents raised 7 kids and they did an amazing job. I love them both so much, and I also wanted to prove to myself that you could do whatever you set your mind to. So make sure that you know your why, because that's what will keep you going when you are struggling to find the motivation and the will to go on. So I have a lot more questions, but I think this video is going to be super long if I answered all of them. So I have to do another video to answer the rest of the questions. And I really hope you guys find this video helpful. For those who passed a section of the CPA exam, or for those who are done, congratulations to you. I know how you feel. It's amazing. And for those who didn't pass, keep going. Absolutely keep going. There is an end to this, so you'll definitely get to the finish line. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. God bless.